FPL experts are revealing their team for Game Week 2. Are they sticking with a double Liverpool attack? Who's going to be their captain? And the deal sheet is in with 3 players to buy, monitor and sell. Help me get this one to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Let's get straight into the deal sheet then, and the FPL experts' favourite player to buy this week is Manchester City's Tijani Reinders, who came up with a double-digit score on his debut in a 4-0 win away at Wolves. City have their first home game of the season now at home to Spurs. He's already gone up in price to 5.6 million, nearly 1 million transfers in, but he looks nailed. He's going to be playing an important role under Pep in that number 8 position. So he definitely feels like a player you need to get on board. Also on the buy list is Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo. Many didn't look at Bournemouth because of the amount of departures for their defence in the transfer window, that tough opening fixture against Liverpool, but they now have 3 home games in their next 4, kicking off with Wolves. They've then travelled to Spurs before facing Brighton and Newcastle at home. Semenyo got a brace in that fixture. He's already gone up in price to 7.1 million. Plenty of transfers in as well, 600,000 new owners, but he looks like he could be the full package. And also on the buy list is Man City's Erling Haaland. It's unlikely you're going to be able to get him in without a wild card, but what an emphatic performance in Game Week 1. 2 goals against Wolves, an XG of 1.99. He had 6 shots in the box, 4 big chances, and he certainly looks like he's getting off to a flyer this season. We know he starts strong. Last season he scored 10 goals in 5. And you look at him as a player and you just think the sky is the limit for him. If he's starting the season well, he's going to be a formidable force to contend with. On to the monitor list then, and right at the top is Liverpool's Florian Wirtz, a very popular pick to start the season. In around 30% of squads, 400,000 managers have sold him going into Game Week 2 because he blanked in Game Week 1, but it was a good performance. 3 key passes, a lot of Liverpool's action went through him. He is on corners. Newcastle away feels like maybe a fixture that is a sell, but he's on corners. He's got routes to point, and a lot of Liverpool's attacking players going to go through, and they scored 4 goals in Game Week 1. You wouldn't back against them to score 4 goals in Game Week 2 either. So the FPL experts' advice is to keep the faith. Now, sticking with Liverpool, also on the monitor list is Hugo Ekitike, who has had 500,000 new owners going into Game Week 2, having got that goal and assist in the 4-2 win against Bournemouth. Look, if he remains unchallenged as the number 9 at Liverpool at 8.6 million, even with that price rise, he is going to be an absolute steal. But the transfer window is still open. Isak's still refusing to play for Newcastle. If he moves to Liverpool, that changes everything. So with Newcastle and Arsenal up next for Liverpool before they head to Burnley and then are at home to Everton in Game Week 5, it is a monitor. Get that transfer window closed Game Week 4. That is the time that you buy him. Now, another player on the monitor list, and it is dominated by the big clubs here. We've got Man City's Omar Marmoush. 200,000 owners have already sold him after he failed to start in the 4-0 win against Wolves. He's now a differential in less than 10% of teams. He's also suffered a price drop, 8.4 million, but he could easily start in the home game against Spurs and do very well. Last season, 14 starts, 7 goals, 1 assist. He still remains a very good route into that City attack. If you bought him in Game Week 1, you knew he was a rotation risk. You suffered from that early, but the reasons you bought him, the upside is still there. That's why he's on the experts monitor list. Moving on to the sell list then, and top is West Ham's Jarrod Bowen after that surprise 3-0 defeat away at Sunderland on opening weekend. A lot of managers went for West Ham players because of that fixture and they got absolutely nothing out of it. Bowen reclassified as a forward this season, but Fulkrug is the number 9. He is coming in from the right, so he's not the out of position that we want him to be. It is the wrong way round. There are a lot of managers losing faith already. 300,000 transfers out almost at the time of recording, and you've got to agree with that there. Now, another player on the sell list this surprises me a little bit, is Liverpool's Jeremy Frimpong. Now, he was substituted on 59 minutes in game week 1, has been reported by Arne Slot he did have a little bit of a hamstring issue. Keep an eye out for Friday's press conference stream, by the way, for an up-to-date update on his fitness. You can kind of get away with benching him though, with Newcastle and Arsenal up next, and then those fixtures in 4 and 5, Burnley and Everton. Hopefully he's fit for those. Hopefully Conor Bradley isn't back. But the FPL experts are losing faith in him, and I can see why. 250,000 transfers out, a 6 million defender. When you look at the likes of Cucurella and Aït-Nouri, who look like they've got great fixtures and potential in the next couple of game weeks, I can see why many are losing faith. And number 3 on the sell list, it's Liverpool's Alexander Isak, 5% owned at the moment, 300,000 transfers out. There's no way we're going to see him in game week 2, that home game against Liverpool. Like, what a fixture given what's going on in the transfer window. But again, unfortunately, he's just not an option in FPL at the moment. And if he moves to Liverpool, I think that gives us major problems with him as an asset and other Liverpool options as an asset. But if it all gets sorted out come game week 4, he could be one to watch. But 10.4 million, he's already gone down in price. He's not a player you can afford to hold on your bench over the next couple of game weeks. Get another option in. The experts team then in game week 1 scored 51 points, 3 points below the average, frustratingly, with 6 points from Chris Richards on the bench. There were a couple of clean sheets to enjoy. In the defence though, Van de Ven with a 6-pointer, Sanchez with a bonus point as well. We got the captaincy right on Salah with 16 points. Elliot Anderson chipped in with a 6-pointer. No Tijani Reinders though did punish us, and you look at the other options in this team, big blanks in the attack, particularly Watkins and Palmer, very highly owned, very popular in the game, failed to deliver for us. If we have a look at how that looks then in the experts leaderboard, well, at the top we've got Mahmoud Al-Zubi with a massive 87 points from game week 1, putting him at 54k with 15 points on bench boost. Fergie from the hub, my mate, 84 points, 98k in the world with a huge 29 points on his bench boost that included Sanchez, Reinders and Aït-Nouri. Really impressive performance. The best of the no-chip teams was Chris Tan in 4th place on 68 points. We also see the AI team with an aggressive strategy, potential bench boost in game week 2 with 66 points, 1.5 million overall. The experts team itself, that community team, currently at 5.4 million. Are you beating the experts? Let me know in the comments. Transfer plans for the experts then, and this is very split. 55% are opting to roll the free transfer this week, with 44% keen to play it. And of those 44%, 75% want to sell Florian Wirtz, with 25% voting to switch out João Pedro. Now that's interesting because there's quite a few of the experts that did vote Wirtz as a monitor, so it is clearly splitting their decision making. Maybe it was the motivation to get in another option, but among the replacements for Wirtz, this is really interesting. The replacements include Semenyo and Reinders, but no clear favourite on the top replacement there, so it is going to be a roll from the experts this week. Let's see how the team lines up. So with no interest in playing a chip this week, it is going to be a 3-5-2 formation for the experts team once again. And surprisingly, it is Sanchez that gets the nod over Dubravka in goal away at West Ham. No love for a double up on the Burnley defence at home to Sunderland, with Esteve starting in the heart of the defence. Van de Ven and Williams drop to the bench, with Virgil keeping his place for the trip to Newcastle and Chris Richards getting the nod with that home game against Nottingham Forest. It is a strong front seven, with Mark Yu remaining on the bench in this 3-5-2. So Salah takes the budget in the midfield along with Palmer and Wirtz for that Liverpool attacking double up, and Dye and Anderson keep their spots. Remember, a first home game for Everton in their new stadium with the forward line, 2 blanks in game week 1. Can we get goals in game week 2 from João Pedro away at West Ham that looked very leaky in game week 1, and Ollie Watkins away at Brentford, his former employers. He has a great record against them. Now, when it comes to captaincy, it was pretty clear here. 75% going with Salah for the armband, a little bit of interest for Palmer and Semenyo, but it had to be Salah, the main candidate away at Newcastle. Now, it's a fixture that looks tough on paper, but the last time this fixture was played, it ended in a 3-3, 2 goals and 1 assist for Salah involved in all of those goals. So do not be put off with the fixture. It could be another very strong Salah performance. Let's get this one to 1,000 likes then. Hit the subscribe button and you can go back and watch my team reveal for game week 2, and also hit the notify button because tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'll be going live for the press conference stream with that important update on the fitness of Frimpong. Thank you for watching.